let's talk about the other big opportunity in the country. In fact, the Prime Minister spoke about this exactly 24 hours ago, where he said we need to focus more on telemedicine. A few weeks back, I had Rajan Anandan from Sequoia, as well as the president of the Thai Delhi NCR chapter, talking about how we still don't have a single unicorn from the healthcare space. Crazy, isn't it, considering the times that we are in? Here's a quick reminder of what Rajan Anandan told us.
COVID is sort of like demonetization to the power 10 to the healthcare startup ecosystem, right? To the power 10. I'm talking, this is a massive multiplier to that, right? And I think what we're going to see is many different segments of health, wellness, right? And sort of other areas like mental health and so on and so forth. In many segments are going to emerge because of that's why I said it's like much more than just demonetization, what it did to digital payments, right? So let's take one segment that is going to see at least 2 or 3 unicorns for sure, right? It's telehealth. Until 3 weeks ago, Nayanthara, telemedicine in India was not legal. A doctor could not prescribe medicine or prescribe anything. Over the internet or over a phone, right? That changed. Today, your doctor, Nayanthara, doesn't want to meet you.
No.
Right? They would much rather, you don't want to meet your doctor, but actually your doctor doesn't want to meet you. So they would much rather prefer to talk to you on the phone or do a video call or do a chat with you, right? So again, the supply side, which was actually, not as enthusiastic about digital, is changing. So that's telehealth.
So we are waiting for the next couple of unicorns to be from the healthcare space. It does sound crazy, right? In the midst of a pandemic is when you realize how little we've actually invested in this space, how we need to focus a lot more on technology. And whether it's us who don't want to meet the doctors don't want to meet us either. I'm going to now invite my next guest from the telemedicine space, Saurabh, the founder of Lybrate. Hi, Saurabh. Thanks so much for joining us here. I'm sure it's been hectic 2 months for you. It was around 2 months back that a lot of you started getting the green signal permissions from the government that you had been seeking. What has lockdown and the unlocking of India meant for your startup?
Yeah, so thank you for having me. I think a lot has changed in the past 2 months. Of course, these are unprecedented times where we are all restricted in our homes and not able to go out. So what has happened in the past 2 months as far as telemedicine is concerned, there's a lot of users who want to seek medical help, and there are doctors who want to give medical help, but they are not able to meet physically in person. And with the latest government's regulation, allowing doctors to prescribe medicines using a telemedicine any platform, it actually has exponentially increased the usage of telemedicine in our country. So on the demand side, which is the users, and on the supply side, which is doctors, we have seen huge influx of first-time both users and doctors coming onto the platform, talking to each other, and getting their health issues solved. So I think this is quite unprecedented for a sector like telemedicine to be able to boom in such times.
But tell me something, at the time when you've seen the healthcare infrastructure across the country being exposed for what it is and also being overstretched, how are telemedicine players like you ensuring that you have the best of doctors out there who are giving prescriptions and consulting and diagnosing remotely?
So I think there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes of facilitating this two-way teleconsultation on any platform. So what happens on Lybrate is there's a complete doctor onboarding team which onboards the doctor onto the platform, train them on how to use the platform in terms of audio consultations, video consultations, how to write e-prescriptions, how to make follow-up with the patient. So there's a lot that goes behind doctor onboarding. That's first. Second, that goes around is the discovery part of the platform itself, right? So Lybrate is a true platform wherein any doctor, and I mean any doctor in India can self-register. They can verify their profile on the platform using uploading a set of documents, and he or she can they can start practicing with their own patients. And on the user side, what happens is, as a user, if you know your doctor, you can just quickly, search your doctor on the platform. Or if you don't know a doctor, you could, go through a list and select a doctor of your own choice as well. So what has this resulted is actually saving time and cost for both users and doctors. So when I say, saving time for users is essentially, now you are sitting in your home, you can, immediately get connected to a doctor in like 10 minutes without having to go and, get stuck in a traffic jam or find parking spot, or there are no wait times in the clinic. And it's also cheaper for users as well. And on the doctor side, what we have seen is there's a huge advantage for doctors. Of course, during the COVID time, when they are restricted, the patient flow is restricted, it is a boom. But I imagine post COVID also, the behavior has started to shift. And many doctors, I would say, would continue to practice telemedicine even after the coronavirus pandemic is over.
So have you seen rising cases every single day? Is that been the trend? Have most of the consultations also been to figure out whether it's a suspect case for COVID-19? What are kind of what kind of cases are coming on your platform?
Yeah, so there are primarily, three kind of cases that we see, if we club all of the cases. The first we see are, problems that are arising due to limited mobility and higher screen time. So these are the problems that are, joint pain, backache, headache, dry eyes, as well. That's like the first set of issues that we see. The second set of issues that we see on the platform are due to the nature of the disease itself, which is currently prevalent and it's there on everyone's mind, which is coronavirus. So issues related to, broadly, you could say, how do I increase my immunity? How do I, strengthen my immune system? Because, most people have realized that this is like the natural cure that your body has towards fighting the disease. So that's the second set of things. The third set, I would say, are around issues with regards to chronic conditions, where people have been already diagnosed with conditions like blood pressure, hypertension, and these are the users who need regular inputs from their doctors. And in the current restriction of movement restriction, they are sort of coming onto the platform and talking to their existing doctors on the platform. So these are primarily the three issues that we see on the platform.
And what's your plan going forward? I think telemedicine is pretty much here to stay. Would you agree with that? And given that, then how are you planning to ramp up for life post-COVID?
Yeah, I think telemedicine is here to stay. There has been a huge increase. So, say from this level, it has gone to this level. And post COVID, I imagine it is going to go a little down, but the new normal would be higher than the previous one for sure. Uh, Coming in terms of preparation on the platform, so we are launching a slew of features which will help uh, get users to get connected to doctors much faster. So whether it is triaging in terms of using AI to get the clinical history of the patients in a very logical manner, so that doctor has a complete summary when he starts the consultation. He doesn't waste time spent, getting to know the basics about the patient. That's like one way where technology is helping speed up the number of consultations in the same amount of time. That's one thing that we are doing. The second thing that we are doing is moving forward is on follow-up consultation. So imagine you are, meeting you have met a dermatologist online, and then there are set of things that you would have to do. For example, you have to apply an ointment, you have to take care of certain parts of your body in a certain manner. So technology is going to help these users, these patients, to get automated set of notifications slash instructions, which they actually are coming from the doctor, and which helps the user in taking care of themselves. So that's the second area that we are working doubling hard to how we can automate some of the doctors bandwidth, which gets otherwise he or she would have to spend time on his own. So if technology can help taking the history note taking of the patient and also on the follow up piece, these are the two areas we are working to get developed very soon.
team at Lybrate all the very best. Thanks so much for taking the time out to join us here on Startup Central. With that, ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap. Many thanks for watching. We'll be back same time tomorrow.